You ever wonder why some people just keep losing no matter how hard they try? They blame their boss, their family, the economy, even the universe. But let me tell you something real. It's not bad luck. It's your habits. Every single day you're building patterns, and those patterns either push you forward or pull you back. Your habits decide your future long before your dreams ever get a chance to. You can't keep sleeping late, wasting time, scrolling mindlessly, and then expect your life to change magically. That's not how growth works. Luck is random, but habits are consistent. You fail not because life's unfair, but because you keep repeating what doesn't work. You say you want success, but your habits are still loyal to failure. Change your habits, and you change your results. It's really that simple, but it's not easy, because the hardest battle you'll ever fight is against your old self. And the day you win that battle is the day luck finally starts working in your favor. We all love to dream big. We write our goals on vision boards, talk about success like it's right around the corner, and tell ourselves, this time, I'm going to do it. But most people never make it. Not because their goals are wrong, but because their systems are broken. Here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Everyone wants the results. If you want to build the structure that produces them, think about it. A goal is an outcome, but a system is what creates that outcome, step by step, day after day. You can't wish your way into success. You have to design it. You want to be fit. The goal is lose weight. The system is eating clean, sleeping early, moving your body every day. You want to be successful in business. The goal is make more money. The system is showing up, learning, networking, staying consistent even when no one's watching. Your systems are the real reflection of what you value, not your goals, not your words. And that's where most people fall short. They dream of success but live in chaos. They talk about consistency but build environments filled with distraction. They expect progress, but they never create a routine that makes progress possible. You see, when things go wrong, people usually blame motivation. They say, I just lost my drive. But it's not about motivation, it's about mechanism. Motivation fades, systems remain. If your system is weak, you will collapse under pressure. No matter how inspired you felt on day one, if your system is strong, you'll grow even when you don't feel like it. That's what separates the winners from everyone else. Not talent, not luck, not timing. It's structure, it's discipline, it's habits that make success inevitable. So the question is not, how big is your dream? The question is, how strong is your system? Because goals give you direction, but systems keep you moving when direction isn't enough. The moment your system becomes stronger than your excuses, that's when everything changes. That's when you start seeing results you once thought were impossible. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to build a structure that makes progress your default setting. Every day, ask yourself, what small system can I build today that makes success automatic tomorrow? That's how you win. Not by chasing motivation, not by waiting for luck, but by creating a system so solid that failure has nowhere to fit in. That's the real secret. Because in the end, it's never your goal that changes your life. It's the system behind it that does. People fear failure like it's a monster waiting to destroy their dreams. But failure isn't a monster, it's a mirror. Every time you fail, life isn't punishing you, it's showing you something. It's revealing the truth about your daily routines, your habits, your patterns. Failure is not a result, it's a reflection of your routines. You can't expect to succeed with routines that belong to the version of you that doesn't. It's like planting bad seeds and hoping for a good harvest. You might hope, you might pray, but you'll always get what you've been cultivating. Most people don't fail because they're unlucky. They fail because their habits are perfectly designed to produce the results they're getting. If you constantly procrastinate, avoid discomfort, and choose easy over meaningful, what do you expect? Your results will always match your routines. Think about athletes. They don't train for one day and expect to win a championship. They train every single day, not because they love the grind, but because they know success hides inside their routines. The world rewards consistency, not intensity. Anyone can give 100% for a day, but can you give 80% for a year? That's what builds greatness. Your failure is not proof that you're not good enough. It's proof that your current routines aren't good enough. If your mornings start with distractions, your days end with regret. If your habits feed your weaknesses, your life starves your potential. That's why awareness is everything. Once you understand that your routines create your reality, you stop blaming the outside world. You stop waiting for luck, timing, or miracles. You start building systems that make success predictable. The people who win in life are not smarter or more talented. They just have routines that align with their goals. They've learned to design their days around growth, not comfort. So take a moment and look at your own life. Are your routines supporting the person you want to become? Or are they protecting the person you're supposed to outgrow? Change doesn't happen when you hit rock bottom. It happens the moment you realize you've been living on autopilot, repeating the same patterns and expecting new outcomes. And the day you break that cycle, the day you start building new routines, you'll notice something powerful. Failure stops being your enemy and becomes your teacher. So next time you fail, don't ask what routine created this, because the answer to that question is the beginning of your transformation. Remember, failure isn't final, it's feedback. It's not the end of the story, it's the part where you start rewriting it. Motivation feels good, it's exciting, it's powerful. It's that rush you get when you hear a great speech or watch someone else succeed. For a moment, you feel unstoppable. That moment fades, and then what? Because here's the truth. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you wake up ready to conquer the world, and other days you can barely get out of bed. If your success depends on how motivated you feel, you're already in trouble. Discipline is different. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's showing up when it's boring, when it's hard, when no one's watching. It's the quiet power that builds consistency. And consistency is what creates results. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They built discipline before success ever showed up. Motivation got them started, but discipline kept them going. It's easy to dream big when you're inspired. It's harder to keep showing up when nothing seems to be working. That's where discipline separates the amateurs from the achievers. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Discipline says, doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. Because discipline is not about emotion, it's about identity. It's about becoming the kind of person who follows through. Let's be honest, most people quit because they chase feelings instead of habits. They want to feel ready before they act. Readiness doesn't come first, action does. You move first, the feeling follows. And that's the secret nobody wants to hear. Success isn't built in moments of excitement, it's built in moments of resistance. It's built when you show up tired, uninspired, and still give your best. Think about the gym. Everyone's motivated on January 1st. By February, most are gone. Because they didn't want results, but because they never built discipline to carry them through when motivation left. Motivation gives you dreams. Discipline gives you direction. Direction, followed long enough, creates destiny. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop chasing motivation like it's the key to your future. Start building discipline. One action at a time. Wake up early. Do the work. Keep your promises, not because it's fun, but because it's who you are becoming. And one day, people call lucky or talented, you'll smile because you'll know it wasn't luck, it was discipline. It was the days you didn't want to, but you did anyway. That's how real success is built quietly, consistently, relentlessly. Because motivation might get you started, but discipline is what gets you there. We all love to talk about what matters to us. We say we want success, we say we want freedom, we want to grow. But if someone followed you for a week, no words, no explanations, just watched your actions, would they see the same story you tell yourself? Because here's the hard truth, your actions reveal your true priorities. You can tell the world what you value, but your choices show what you actually care about. You might say you want to get fit. If you're choosing sleep over discipline every morning, that's your real priority. You might say you want to start a business. If Netflix gets more of time than your dream does, that's your truth. We judge ourselves by our intentions, but the world judges us by our actions. And that's fair, because intentions don't create results, actions do. Most people live in the gap between what they say they want and what they actually do. And that gap is where frustration lives. That's where you start feeling stuck, not because life's unfair, but because your daily behavior doesn't match your desired outcome. Success doesn't care what you meant to do. It only responds to what you actually do. And this is where awareness changes everything. When you finally realize your time, energy, and attention are the real currency of your life, you stop wasting them on things that don't matter. Every choice you make is a vote for the person you're becoming. And every day, you get to cast those votes again. So if your actions are showing a different story than your dreams, don't panic, adjust, shift your focus, rewrite your habits. You're always one disciplined decision away from realignment. The people who achieve great things aren't superhuman. They're just brutally honest with themselves. They look at their actions and say, if I say this matters, but I'm not acting like it, something needs to change. That level of honesty builds integrity. And integrity is what gives your goals power. Because when your actions align with your values, confidence follows, momentum follows, results follow. It's not enough to talk about what you want. You have to live it. You have to become the kind of person whose behavior tells the truth. even when words don't. So ask yourself tonight, what are my actions saying about me? Are they telling a story of commitment or one of excuses? Because at the end of the day, the world will remember what you said you wanted. It will remember what you built, what you gave, what you did. And that's the power of action. It reveals everything. Because talk changes nothing but action. Action changes you. Everyone wants to change their life. They want better results, bigger opportunities, more success. But few people ever stop to ask the real question. What am I doing every day that's keeping me exactly where I am? Because here's the truth. Change doesn't start with results. It starts with habits. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you repeat. If you change your habits, your results will follow every single time. Most people think success comes from one giant leap, one lucky break, one big moment. But life doesn't work that way. Life rewards the small, quiet, consistent decisions that nobody claps for. It's not the one workout that changes your body. It's the routine you commit to. It's not one idea that builds a business. It's the small, boring tasks you do when no one's watching. It's not one burst of motivation that transforms your mindset. It's the daily discipline to keep showing up when you don't feel like it. The problem is, we expect transformation without transition. We want success without sacrifice. We crave progress without process. But nothing changes until you change your habits. Because habits are who you really are. They are the truth beneath your words. They tell the story of your future long before your future arrives. If you want to predict your next 5 years, don't look at your goals, look at your habits. Look at how you spend your mornings. Look at what you do when you're tired, stressed, or bored. That's where your life is being built, in the small, invisible moments. Changing habits isn't easy, but it's powerful. Because the moment you take control of your daily choices, you take control of your destiny. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about replacing the patterns that drain you with patterns that build you. Start small. Wake up a little earlier. Read for 10 minutes instead of scrolling. Plan your day before the day plans you. Those little changes compound. And over time, they redefine who you are. And here's what's beautiful. When your habits start to change, your identity does too. You begin to see yourself differently. You stop saying, I'm trying, and start saying, I'm becoming. That's the real transformation. Not just doing different things, but becoming a different person. So if you're tired of waiting for better results, stop waiting. Start building better habits. Because results don't create habits, habits create results. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, progress over comfort, growth over excuses, you're rewriting your future. And one day you'll look back and realize it was never one big change. It was 1,000 small ones that finally turned you into who you were meant to be. Change your habits and your results will follow. Always